All right. So today, we're going to be talking about finances again. However, we're going to be talking about management. Management as an idea and what you are managing for. Now, you've probably picked up on the pattern that management and all these things we're talking about are going to be for the assignment. And yes, you are absolutely correct. Management is for the readiness of the assignment. So what I mean by that is this. If you have car payments and other just miscellaneous things that you're trying to spend so that you have a better enjoyment of life or whatever it is, then that is what's tying up your ratios. Okay? A lot of times it doesn't matter about the amount, it matters about the ratio. So I could be making $100,000 a year, but if I'm paying for boats and all kinds of miscellaneous things, then I might be still living paycheck to paycheck. Doesn't really matter about the amount, it matters about the ratios. You've heard me say that before. So when you're looking at management, make sure that you're managing within the ratios, right? Make sure that you are managing for a specific thing and specific ratios that you need in order to prepare yourself financially for the assignment that God has for you. So if I, for example, am paying $400, $500 for a vehicle that is brand new versus having a one-time payment and then getting a really nice car later on, but a one-time payment of a cheaper vehicle, maybe a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 car, that's going to get me from point A to point B and then some from a trusted brand, things like that. That's $500 away from your ministry. That is a good ratio, a good portion away from the ministry that God is wanting you to do. And then when you look around you and you say that, hey, I can't afford to do the mission thing right now, it's like, well, maybe you actually can, but now you're going to have to go and scale back all this stuff because we're not managing within the scope and idea of being on assignment. Because as long as you're here, there's assignment in your life. And that must be uncovered by the blood of Christ, and that must be redeemed by Him and Him alone. So when it comes to management, I want you to look at your ratios. How much money is actually going out for miscellaneous things, for trips, for unnecessary car payments, unnecessary this, that, and the third. I'm not saying for you not to budget in for those things. I'm saying that you need to make sure that it is not taking up the bulk of your resources, right? And also, the second part of management is simply taking care of what it is that you have. So you are being intentional about what you already have so that God can provide more for you so that you're not just wasting resources and wasting time. This is part of subduing. Subduing means that you're taking resources or services and putting those back into the framework of what God actually wants and created it for, right? So you need to make sure that you are subduing yourself and make sure you're subduing what it is that God has given you so that all of those things are going towards His purposes and His plans. So just make sure that you are minding your ratios and make sure that what it is that you already have, that you are subduing those things as well. And then the Lord can bless you with even more, because He bless you with a few things, He's going to bless you with more. Why? Because He wants His things done on earth as it is in heaven. He is not concerned about your agenda to become world tycoon. Like, He's not concerned about that. He's concerned about His work for His reasons and His purposes and His namesake. So then, mind your ratios, and I want you to be sure that you are consecrating that stuff back over to God. It's like, hey, we don't need a 80% budget just to have fun. That does not need to be 80% of your budget, right? So anyway, it's my time. I catch you on the remix. Bye-bye!